My name's Lee. I'm 35. I live in Bournemouth now, and I have type 1 diabetes and a complication related to that called autonomic neuropathy. It's a very lonely disease. It's a very lonely condition because there's not many people that you meet with it, because there's not a lot known about it. Your mind is a strange place, and when I was in hospital and I lost the ability to walk, nobody knew what I had. I was having numerous tests. I was seeing things. Whether it be the drugs that I was on or because of the lack of sleep that I was having, I kind of went a bit crazy, really. I know I was pretty close to being sectioned at one point. I think some of the biggest low points is trying to get people to understand what it's all about. Because I look normal, whatever normal is, don't, have a cast on myself. I'm not covered in scars. Some of the low points has been, again, just to try and get people to understand. One of the positive things that has come out of this is me being allowed to do my photography, which takes me away, allows me to forget about the illness. Three o'clock in the morning. Feet were bad earlier. Oh, my stomach. Today was bad actually as well. I had a hypo while I was in the wheelchair going to the doctors to pick up my prescription, and what should have taken half an hour or so to get there and back. I was out for about an hour and a half maybe. I'm so tired. I met somebody last week who's an air stewardess, and she gets an allowance every year, which she has to use it by a certain time because you can't roll it over. She's always wanted to go to New York. And coincidentally, so have I really. She asked me if I wanted to go on Friday, and obviously I said yes. Again, once in a lifetime experience. I'm very, very lucky to have a great circle of friends who have stuck by me through the illness. My family have been amazing. You kind of learn to appreciate your family a lot more, and you don't take things for granted. Literally every day is a challenge sometimes, but again, I wouldn't do it without my friends and my family. I think photography for me is like it gets me into like a little zone where it takes me away, like into a different world. Kind of lets you forget about the reality of stuff. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I just saw this thing on telly. About artificial pancreases and stuff. Oh, having a constant monitor connected to your pump. So instead of monitoring your sugars manually, it will do it itself. It will take your blood sugar and communicate to your pump. I'm happy, not sad. That would be amazing. That would be really cool. New York next Wednesday, New York. Bloody hell. Also a bit apprehensive about everything, really. The journey. Never done, obviously, anything like it with the illness. Need to make sure I take all my meds. I don't know. Please, make sure I'm okay.
I know it will be fine. Yes, it will be fine.
The illness, me, society, I kind of felt like if all society was painted white, I was the red person that was sticking out a bit. I kind of had nowhere to go. I didn't fit in the disabled category. I didn't fit into the normal category. I kind of was I felt like I was in a category all of my own and alone and by myself, and nobody understood what it was all about. I was trying to, having to explain myself every time. When somebody asks you, what do you do for a living? Do you tell them you're sick? People judge you for that. And they do. I used to. I probably still do. I've learnt how fickle people can be. I've learnt how nasty some people can be as well with it. People judging you when you are on your scooter and they stop and they turn their heads. Going out on a mobility scooter when I'm 35, and it's something that 70, 60, 70, 80-year-old people have, and that's what, again, you get tarred with a little brush, and people's perception of you. Everybody, no matter what anybody says, people will always worry about what people think about them, whether it's the way you dress, whether you walk, and what have you. And it took a long time for me to be able to go out and not worry about what people think. And if I did, then I would never go out. So I'm doing a fundraiser where I'm going to go from just by Hengistbury Head all the way along the promenade up to Sandbanks, which is about 20 kilometres.
A type 1 diabetic Southport man is wheelchairing it from Hengistbury Head to Sandbanks. 35-year-old Lee Nevitt is raising awareness of the condition by doing a sponsored ride in June to coincide with Diabetes Week. Lee tells Fire News the difference between the more well-known type 1 diabetes and type 2.
Type 2 diabetes is mainly diet related. Type 1 is what the kids or younger people get. You just get it, there's no reason why, there's nothing you can do to stop it.
I'm not sure if anyone's ever used a wheelchair before or anything, but when it goes on a slant, you kind of have to use one arm more than the other. I'm going to attempt the ramp. I'll show you the ramp. That's going to be interesting. Did it? A bit like a scene from Rocky. I thought it would be weird if I started jumping up, dancing and singing about it. So.
Make me see I feel love, just be me. Cold as stone is often how I feel. Did you make it so surreal? People think and people say, wander around.
I hope that maybe this may help one person, if it helps one person, other than me, which it has done, then my goal is done.